I'm Joslyn,
I'm Kadin,
and we
we
are
are
best
best
of
of kin.
kin. Welcome back today. Well, it doesn't matter what day it is today because it's not. Today is Wednesday. What day did we come out? Tuesday.
Today's
God,
Tuesday,
sorry.
whatever date it is.
I sound a little. Am I echoey to you?
Just because
Is it
we're.
just the room?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Fabulous. Well, welcome back to another week. We are happy to be here. We have gorgeous, hot, large lattes from Fame. We love
Farm to
Fame.
table.
Farm to table
I don't know where they get their
goodness.
espresso bean sourced from, but I
I
imagine
don't
it's
know.
somewhere nice.
It's good or whatever it is.
Yeah, I got a mocha.
Got the Carmelito, which is my
No
favorite
complaints.
drink of the season until they have the eggnog latte, and then
I don't know if they're going to bring it back.
because we like
Well, I asked again, and
ordered it,
it seemed like
so
the worker didn't really like.
they don't like making them.
No, like it seemed like she was new. She was like, "Oh, I
Oh,
don't think so," but like,
she didn't know.
she was making filler words
Don't you
because
just hate when
real
people
recognize real.
don't know and they don't admit that they don't know and
Oh
they
yeah.
just take you on a journey? And it's like, just
Because the more they try
please,
and lie about it, the more you realize, like, I
you don't know
know what
what you're
you're
talking
doing.
about.
Yeah, I know what you're doing.
I actually hate that. Hate
It's
it.
all good though. We'll see.
Sorry, I'm
It
trying to
should be
pull up my
back.
notes.
If they don't have it now, and I mean it's on the menu.
No, it's literally December. Like it's time. If it's not now, it's never.
It is December
And
as of this
today's
episode.
latte is sponsored by Katie Cartwright. Thank you so
Happy.
much.
Oh gosh, no, but congrats on the
Your wedding was
newlyweds.
amazing. They're in Tahiti right now on their honeymoon. Maybe it's the Maldives.
Either
They're
way,
on some like gorgeous little ocean, like tiki hut on the ocean vacay for their honeymoon. The wedding was beautiful. It was so much fun. You know, we love to dance. We love a little dance
yeah.
the night away. So it was a lot of dancing. It was like 6 hours of dancing. That's a good wedding.
What?
Yeah. It was like
And you were up and about
we stayed out the whole time. We didn't go to the after party because it was like midnight and I was like,
after party.
yeah, they go crazy. They go crazy. I'm not as crazy. I'm like, modest
Did
in
you
our
drink?
partay. Yeah, we drank. We had like, I mean, it was like a longer.
Did you feel
We don't go to a
tipsy?
lot of weddings, so I don't really know. They, it was, we had like 7 drinks and we were like not feeling like that drunk.
Maybe it was just
We
all
spaced them
the.
out well, but
Yeah, that's 6 hours
yeah, I don't
for a
know.
reception. I
Yeah,
mean, sweet.
I don't know. I
Just a
mean,
party after
just a
that.
party basically. Yeah, so fun.
Was it weird being back in Tucson?
It was weird,
Because you were in
like
Sabino Canyon, right?
passing. I mean, yeah, we're like on Houghton, Colvin, Valencia. I'm like,
Yeah, did you like
it's so crazy. I didn't get
picture
any
back?
butterflies, and I wasn't getting the warm and fuzzies
But
about
like
it.
nostalgic at all, or
Almost
just
like
bland?
ghetto. Like
What?
the whole time, I was like, there has been no money put into Tucson. Like some of those
Yeah, no.
areas, like it is not going up. If anything, it's just going
What did you
down.
pass by that made you think of that?
Mostly like being on, I think it's Valencia, passing Alvernon, like,
Yeah,
you
but
know what I mean? Like
Alvernon for sure.
just that
That
area.
factory, whatever.
Yeah, Kolb, Pantana
Just a lot of
Wash
neighborhoods.
area,
Just more
a
cookie
lot of
cutter neighborhoods.
neighborhoods, but it's just so beige. It's just so beige and brown and rocks. And I guess it's a little bit like that up here,
I
but
was gonna
it's
say,
not. It's just not. It's
I do
not the
feel like
same. I know that you're now jaded when it comes to Phoenix, but it's
I'm
like
not jaded. I'm seeing what it
what it
is.
is for what it is. No,
Like
Tucson,
I feel like
I will
Tucson
never
though
go
is
back.
surrounded by a better oh gosh, it's tough, but mountain range. Like it's
Beautiful mountains.
yeah.
Can't deny the
Like if
facts.
we
There
could
are
just have like the
mountains.
superstitions like out
Uh-huh.
here closer.
Closer. Yeah.
I mean, the mountain's not too bad, but
Yeah. No, it's the mountain's fine, but like I wouldn't trade a mountain view like to have to live there.
no.
You
uh,
know,
No. Even
it's
though if
not
it's
like a
like
saving grace.
mm, what what parts of Phoenix do you think are colorful?
Downtown,
Talking about like murals or just because of like skyscrapers?
like there's some like green tree. Like it's all mesquite and rock and dirt in Tucson.
If you do see some like overview photos, it
Oh
does
my
look
God.
very green.
I'm sure it does.
No, like when people
The
do
Air
like
Force Base.
yeah, like or Papago or like a big zoomed out
Are you talking
photo
about
from
Phoenix?
down. Yeah,
Oh, now you're talking about Phoenix.
I've been
I
talking
was
about
back on I
Phoenix.
was on Tucson
No, I
again,
was
but
saying,
now we're
what do you
back.
think is
Okay.
colorful about Phoenix? But I was talking about how it is
The
fairly like really
diversity,
green. A
the
lot of different.
community, the
There's a lot of
foliage.
yeah, a lot of different trees. Like sometimes I'll be driving on a road and I'm like, there's a lot of different tree species, and I'm like,
Mhm.
they're thriving, and it's regardless of the
Mhm.
time of the year.
Yeah. I just wish that there was more effort to reduce the heat absorption into the
Yeah,
concrete. If there was just like, and there are solutions, like there are test areas where they're testing painting the streets gray and white to like test the heat that's being absorbed, but and it
yeah. I've
is
been on a road.
working. It is working.
I think it drops by 10 degrees, right,
Yeah.
during the day.
Yeah. And then it doesn't
Yeah,
maintain that heat. That's exactly what I was thinking. It doesn't maintain that heat through the night as well. Cause that's what happens is it all gets sucked up into the concrete and the asphalt. And then like
it
through the night
radiates.
it
The heat
stays and then it
radiates. Yeah,
radiates back out. And so it's like
heat
it's horrible.
rises
Anyways, I don't even know how we got onto that, but
after. Hold on, you just made me think of
wedding,
something.
Phoenix.
But it'll come back.
Life updates? What do you got?
Well, I mean, I gained 6 pounds, which
Relatable.
was not good. But it's
I
okay.
probably
I'm
did
already
too.
lost 4 of it. So,
Oh my God. Net gain 2 pounds. Chill.
or a lot
Thanksgiving,
of it
that's
could have
not
water
bad.
weight, but no. Yeah, I was like 2 days in
I
a
have
row the
not been
same
drinking
weight,
any water.
and I was like, oh gosh. But it's okay. I'm not like I knew I was putting myself
Yeah,
through.
you accepted it,
Yeah,
you allowed it, you actually like went for it. So it's like
yeah,
you can't really have complaints.
yeah. It was like 4 days straight off. It was really nice.
Yeah,
Uh,
gorgeous weather.
I mean, not
As the people
not
know, we were
really,
there.
not
You
really
brought
much
them with us.
updates other than like just personal feelings of still kind of annoyed with weather.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
I had to
and I'm
turn the
gonna him
AC on today. I'm like, "What the heck? It sucks."
because you're like, dude, it's about to be
The
December.
mornings are
It's about to
so
be December.
cold and it just leads me on to think like, "Ooh, cozy."
Like cold in here though.
N Yeah, the mornings are kinda chilly, like, I need to put on socks, you know?
Yeah, but have you
Yeah.
gone rucking?
It's funny because I came to the realization that
What?
listen, everything I enjoy, I either try to make it extra productive or monetize it or
Uh,
stack. So it's like I actually found this like routine of going on these morning walks that I enjoy. I'm about to hate it if if I have to turn it into a workout. Not have to, but if I try to be extra productive for that walk and I turn it into a workout and I like wear the vest, I feel like then as the days go, I'm going to be like, I don't feel like doing that tomorrow. And then I'm going to start not even
but
walking.
don't you think that just that vest is just a small productive change, not so extra?
Yes, but
Because you're still just walking, and
I know, but
it's not like you're running.
I mean, you know how fast I walk?
Yeah,
I
but
walk like 3.7, 3.8 miles per hour on these
and
morning
it's
walks, but
20 pound.
30.
Mm.
And I just think it's going to make me
Have you done
stop
one though yet?
walking. No, I haven't even taken it
Okay.
out of the box because I'm like, I don't want to because I think I want to return it.
Mm.
I would rather keep my morning walks that I enjoy and just add weights elsewhere in my life, you know, so that I can at
Heard
least,
that.
it's like the walking thing, like we've actually been able to be pretty consistent with. So it's like, I want to just keep it pure, keep it consistent, keep it
Real.
chill, real chill.
Yeah.
So no, I haven't done that yet. My life updates. I've cracked open my Christmas box, as you can see. We've got the tree up, the lights are going. We're doing ornaments tonight.
Stockings.
I've got my stockings up. The vibes for this year's Christmas, we're going for a kind of retro nutcracker,
Oh.
kitschy Christmas. And so I've got like some decor coming in this week. So by next episode, it'll be even more turned up in here because I got some stuff that I'm excited. But
Yeah, these
the lights, these are my
those hanging
favorite
lights are really
lights.
awesome at night. Yeah.
I know it. The white and red
Mood
alternating
lighting.
lights are the perfect little, yeah, warm mood lighting for the evenings. We
Very
just
warm.
have those on. They are
I need to probably
so
get me
cozy.
some.
Yeah, I think they're from Amazon. I can send you the link.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. How can we incorporate that? I wish we had
The
a button.
episode
That's like,
title.
yeah. Um, and yeah, I've been kind of stressed about the holidays, but I realized a lot of the stress comes from me feeling behind or feeling like all the things are stacking up. Like I need to get Christmas gifts. I want them to be thoughtful. I don't want them to be last minute. I also don't want to like spend more than I want to spend. I want to like actually have an opportunity to think, be thoughtful,
Mhm.
be enjoying the process. It's like that's part of the fun part. Coming up with gifts for people, buying gift wrap, buying like the little decorations, thinking about things I want to do with Sienna. Thought of another little I'll get to that in a minute, but what I realized is I just need to set aside an entire day to focus and be thoughtful. And yesterday was the day. And I did everything I needed to do. I finished all of my Christmas shopping. I bought all the gift wrap. I like figured out the
Jesus. In
decor.
a
I bought
day?
just like a little bit of decor stuff to add to what we already had. That is stuff that we can reuse. Yeah, that's like all I did yesterday. And it was so fun and so enjoyable. And now I'm so excited for like
Wow.
Christmas and I'm in the spirit of it. And I'm like,
I'll have to,
100% we're in. You just
feed
need
off that
you just need
energy.
a day. Like if you go through December and you're like, "Oh my god, I need this. Oh my god, I need this. Oh my god, I need this." It's like holidays are not fun. Holidays are stressful when you're
Uh-huh.
just trying to meet not only other people's expectations, mostly it's my own expectations that I want to meet. You know what I mean? Like I obviously people are not like expecting a lot from me, you know. Logan's not like,
Or all of us, yeah.
"Where's the tree?"
Oh,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? Like
yeah.
it's like I want to do all these things for myself and I nailed it with this year's Christmas gifts.
In a day.
Yeah, I can't wait. I can't
Did you, like, ask
wait.
mom or anything for
No, did it
what?
all on my own. And now the fun part too is once you know and you've gotten everything, I spend like the whole month just excited to like gift it to people. Like it's all I can think about. There's been a few years where I've gifted Logan like gifts early because I could not wait. I'm that person, unfortunately. But no, I think that that is going to just make it a better Christmas now that I'm ahead of the game. When this comes
Way
out,
ahead.
it'll
It's not
be
even this or
December.
it
Yes,
is
yes, yes. But
December.
it is technically still end of November. And I'm like, wow, there's nothing I need to worry about except like decorating and wrapping gifts, which is fun.
Mhm.
You know, the stress is
Damn.
gone. And I thought of another little
Very
tradition we could
impressive.
do as a fam. I thought what would be so cute is I was thinking about getting new like matching family pajamas every year, Christmas
Oh,
pajamas.
I think we did that last year, right? Oh, you got me one.
I got you a little matching thing because we did do matching, but
The
I kind
pants.
of feel like that's not something that could be reused every year for the kid because they grow so quick that that's a little bit wasteful. Plus,
Maybe just
it's
matching hats.
just like clothes. So I decided to do a new Christmas like puzzle, a Christmas themed puzzle every year that we buy. And then we do that on Christmas Day. When's the last time you did a puzzle?
Oh, yeah, no, puzzles are fun. Actually,
Puzzles are
in June
fun.
Lake, that was a big thing.
Puzzling.
Yeah, the family that owned that big house on the lake, when they would come into town from LA, they always had a puzzle
That's fun.
every time, and it would, like yeah, everyone was engaged and helping out, and
And
it's
I'm
just a
like,
good
I
pastime.
actually love doing puzzles and so does Logan, but when are we ever going to? I feel like Christmas Day is the perfect day to do a puzzle. And if we had a new one every year, then
It's
when
an
our kids are
interesting,
old, we have all of these puzzles that are nostalgic for them, a collection from every year of their
yeah,
childhood
that's a good
Christmas.
idea. It's a pretty unique
Thank you.
bonding time, like, you're sitting there just
Yes.
thinking, but you're
Hmm.
all just
It's
together,
independent
but
but together.
no one's
Yeah.
really talking, and like, "Where the fuck is this?"
Yes.
type thing, but
Yeah.
it's actually a really good idea. I like
Thank you.
puzzles.
I just ordered a really cute puzzle and I was thinking, what if the puzzle kind of fit the theme that I did that year for Christmas?
I'm
So it's like
sure,
a
yeah, I
kitschy
mean
nutcracker puzzle vibe. And I think that that could be achievable. And then like we could write the date, the Christmas date, like on the puzzle box. So we know like what year it came from.
wow.
Like, I just think that's so cool. And it's reusable forever and ever and ever, unless you lose some pieces. But it's just, I like loved that idea.
What made you come up with that?
I was just looking at puzzles.
Pinterest?
I
Oh,
was looking for gifts and I was like, oh, who loves puzzles? I was like, I like puzzles. And then I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many cool puzzles. There's so many like gorgeous puzzles, like 500-piece puzzles. So
yeah.
I am very excited about that. I've got my puzzle. That's it on the Christmas front. But in terms of what we've been watching, we started the
Jeez.
I know we've been busy
I know, I'm like,
doing
I have
nothing.
not it just feels like a
You've
blur since
been
last time
working.
we
Well,
talked.
we just talked like Friday
Yeah, so it's been
of
4
last week,
days.
so
That's why I'm
yeah,
shocked you did all this and
I've been busy. Well, but that's the thing. Like, I get stressed and then I get annoyed that I'm stressed about things that I enjoy and that things that like should excite me, like buying Christmas gifts for
things
people.
you're in control of.
Yes, exactly. It's like the few things that are like I'm in control and they're for me and whatever, like I get anxiety about. And so this year, especially just wanting to like enjoy it with Sienna now that she's old enough to kind of enjoy it more, I
Yeah,
just wanted to be kind of more carefree.
might
And
even
so
remember this one.
it actually made me think about all of the things that I've been stressed of, stressed about or procrastinating or reluctant to do and realizing, oh, it's like not that hard, it's not that time consuming to just set down the time to do it. And
Sounds
my
like you made some
anxiety is
progress.
my own my own creation.
Sounds like a lot of progress.
And I think the topic today has a lot to do with kind of the mentality around these things too. But I do want to just talk about what we're watching
Yeah,
really
no, go
quick.
ahead.
We started
Inspire me.
Squid Game, the challenge, reality
Oh,
competition series on Netflix inspired by the show Squid Game, which we never saw.
I only saw like
And
first 2 episodes.
I mean it's like I get it. I see the trailer and I'm like, I get it. I don't need to like
What,
watch all
the
9
Korean
hours of
version?
Squid Game. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But this one, so I didn't really know all of the games that they were going to do and like going into it, but the first game they do, they have like over 400 people come into this huge room.
It's reality?
It's a reality
Okay.
competition series. And so, and now, of course, now that it's all come out, you have all the people going on TikTok, like sharing what really happened, their experience. So it's a great time, like, to be alive.
You'll definitely have to other than that, you
Uh
reminded me what
huh.
I forgot about
Okay.
because I
Well,
have been completely off,
yeah.
like,
Socials, everything.
completely.
Gorgeous.
So, yeah, if you have any,
Okay. We'll bookmark that.
scams, yeah, just future
Scams.
s yeah, like, those that one thing, I forgot what you called it.
Scams.
Scandals, sorry.
Scandals. Oh my gosh, yes. Okay.
You can just bookmark that for later, like
I actually love that as like a segment. Like
well, yeah, because 'cause I'm
you
really
are
gonna
now
be
off
yeah,
socials, so I
I'm
am
not going
keeping
back.
it's almost like you're in outer space. No, does that make sense? Wasn't there a time
All
when
I
people in
know
outer
is,
space
like,
like come back and they don't even know
if
what's
maybe
happening on
someone
Earth?
tells me something at work, but if I don't work, it's like
No clue what's going on in the world.
no, I mean, maybe if I'm, like, on the treadmill at the gym, something's on the TV, I'll see news.
Right, right, right,
But,
right.
like, I really
Okay,
try
I'll
and stay
keep
with that
you up
from
to date.
that
I don't
too.
think I have anything off the top of
Or
my
just
head, but
podcasts, yeah.
okay. Okay.
But, yeah,
Fun.
with anything, like, if there's a new trend or something.
Uh-huh. I'll let you know so you can stay trendy. Um, no, so okay, Squid Game. They had 400, let me say 435 people because I don't really know. And they all weren't allowed to talk to each other. If you talked to each other before they could start filming and doing the show, you were like automatically eliminated. And so they start out, everyone goes in this room, everyone knows that the first game they're gonna play is red light, green light. And that's the one with that girl
Yeah.
turning around and then
What
they're running, running,
happens
running,
in the
and then they
reality
have
TV
to
show?
freeze. They have like people with paintball guns with
Paintball
like black
guns?
paintball pellets or whatever. And if you move a little bit after she says stop or red light, they'll just shoot everyone, like snipe everyone that they see that moved, and then they're out. They have to like drop dead, basically. So when you're watching it, it's like
Is it a big production? Like,
huge.
well
I mean,
done?
yeah,
Like,
it
you
looks
can
the
tell money's been
set
put
is
into
the
it?
same as Squid Game, like identical.
Wow.
So they're doing red light, green light. And what we see as the viewer is okay, red light, freeze for a couple minutes. Green light, people are like trying to make it as far as they can because if 30 minutes is up and you didn't make it across, you're out.
Do you
You
get
have
shot still or
30 minutes. Yeah, they're like, bah, 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 bah. But what we didn't know and what we are discovering from these people on TikTok is the time that they were, right, like going, 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 the freezing time 30 to 45 minutes that they had to freeze for red light in between the green lights. The
what?
whole game took 9 hours. And so there was a girl and at one point and she was in a squat position at red light and she was like
Yeah, and
and she's
there's
like
no
I'm in
way.
so much pain. People said she held it for 20 minutes a squat and she was like
And this is like,
it
if you're
hurts.
eliminated, you're done for the
Done
show.
for the show.
Oh, wow.
And it's for 4 point something million dollars.
Oh.
Over $4 million. Every head that goes is worth
Oh my
$10,000.
gosh,
So
this
every
squat.
person that is eliminated is worth 10K into the pot.
Oh, that's a
So
okay.
they're getting people out, and then more money is dropping into the thing. But it is
Interesting.
so crazy to think about because some people you could see where they were diving and laying down to try to lay down for the 30 to 40 minutes so that they could rest and like for sure
Smart.
not move. But just we didn't see that on our end at all, like that it took that long. So it's like people were really shit talking that girl that dropped that squat because to us it was like
Oh,
60
yeah.
seconds. And we're like, really, bitch, for $4 million, you couldn't just like keep it together. But it was so much longer. That blew my mind. And I just like, we haven't finished it yet. It's like coming out one episode a week. And I think we're only on episode 5 or
It's
something.
not
But
Chugi or anything like the hosts or
there's no
anything?
host. It's just
Oh,
like they're all
okay.
there. There's hidden cameras. They're all forming alliances. We don't get a lot of context about the show outside of people's alliances and then the games. They're playing these games. There's people that are eliminated in these games. Every now and again, people are pulled to do chores. Sometimes there's mini games within the chore that they have to compete. Sometimes someone's given the free reign to eliminate whoever they want as like an advantage,
Oh,
and they just start like hitting like alliances. So it's like it's interesting. We like it. It's good.
yeah, that's a big pot too for a reality show.
That really shocks me, but it is Netflix,
Yeah.
so I kind of can't
That
like
Netflix money.
think too hard about it. Yeah. So that's it for everything I'm watching, and I also finished that Apple TV Plus show Lessons in Chemistry with Brie Larson.
Oh,
I think I
I think
finished
you
it.
brought it up
I'm
once, I think,
pretty sure I
but
finished it. It
good.
it is so good. It's number 1 on Apple TV right now. It's so good. I don't think you would
What
like it.
about Severance?
It's
Like,
giving more women's
which one do you like
empowerment.
more?
Oh, they're so different. No, I'm
Oh,
not comparing. You
but
literally cannot
how
compare
about I
them.
can't wait for that season 2.
I know. I heard that there was a fight between maybe a producer and
Ben
Ben
Stiller.
Stiller or just a disagreement and that there's no progress being made on season 2 of Severance, which is sad.
That was actually what the it's funny too because after that episode where I got all pissed about Kevin Costner,
Uh-huh.
Arturo texted me. He's like, "Yo, thanks for the spoiler." I'm like, "I didn't even think about that." So I got to pre-warned because I was like,
Oh.
"He literally
He's
just
the
became." Yeah.
governor of Montana.
But that's just not a core piece of the show, of course. But there was the director and Kevin Costner had disagreements. That's why.
Oh,
Uh
really?
huh. Oh gosh, we already brought it up. That
But it just
I don't know if we
happened to
brought it up on the pod, but the replacement would be Matthew McConaughey.
yeah. I don't know if that was on the podcast
I
or
don't think
just
so.
you being like,
It's so
"Matthew!"
hard. It's so hard to remember. It was our
You love
discussions.
him. Yeah, I know it. That's why we say outside of podcasting, we're like, save it for the pod
Yeah, but
because
I need to get better. Like if we're gonna talk about
certain things
pop
are.
culture
Oh
or
yeah,
like shows and shit. Yeah, spoiler alerts. I guess
spoiler
a
alerts.
pre-warning.
Yeah, I don't think Hopefully, I haven't spoiled anything.
I think that was
Maybe I
it. It
have.
was just funny getting that text. I was like, oh fuck,
That is
my
really
bad.
funny. We're gonna have to keep an eye on it. Okay, let's dive into our topic.
Before that, I'm so sorry.
And if I freeze and don't move,
Freeze.
maybe you can like cut it to where it's the same.
Before we get started on the topic, congrats on 10 episodes.
Congrats on 10 episodes. I know. In my note thing, I was like,
Oh, did
episode
you mention it?
10.
Yeah, because I think after 10, you're already in the top.
Yeah. It just
Is that
represents like 10 weeks.
yeah? Consistent.
10 weeks of consistent,
Actually, oh, no, we did have a
technically 9 because we had 2 in
damn
one
it,
week.
the bonus,
I
huh?
know. But
Wait,
it's
no,
still,
it is 10.
there's
Or
10
did we include that bonus as an
episodes.
episode number?
Yeah.
We did?
Yeah. It was 8.
Oh, I see what you're saying now. Yeah,
We've had 10
we have 2 in
episodes,
a week, but that should
represents
even
9 to 10 weeks of consistent podcasting and just getting better at it, hopefully. And I mean, hopefully there's like
I think we'll
progress
see
happening.
our like after 50, like if we like start from the beginning, like, oh my god,
Mm-hmm.
really see the.
Mm-hmm. It's too early to cringe. It's too early to look back
Oh,
and
it's and for any podcast that it's only has 10 episodes, that's still so early.
so early, I
But
know.
I forget the statistic that I brought up that one time. I thought if you do 10 episodes, you're already in the top whatever percent.
Yeah, like point
No, no, no. I think
oh
like
5.
maybe
Yay.
point one, like the 1.1%. Oh god, no. Within the 1% is I think 20 episodes? Is that what
Oh,
he said?
I think it was like 27 episodes and you're in like the 0.5% of
Yeah,
podcasts.
yeah, yeah. Cool.
That sounds right.
All right. As you were saying,
Let's dive into the
into the
topic
topic.
today. I
I
kind of,
think.
mm, yes,
Oh, how
indeed.
do you do that?
This came up a little bit because last week we were like, what color is November? Oh, and you know what I mean? Like seeing things as colors. I've always kind of done that. Same goes for when you're picking binders for school
That's
subjects.
exactly what I was thinking about.
Really?
A
Okay.
lot of colors
Uh
is
huh.
influenced by how I organize school.
Uh huh. Uh huh. And like
Like when you subjects have a color,
I've
right?
asked Logan, like, is math, like red or yellow to you? He's
It's
like,
red.
what are you? But geometry is yellow.
Uh, what's trig? Orange.
Ooh, trick could be orange. Yeah,
Calculus is like a blue,
yeah, blue for sure.
right?
Biology is obviously green. Biology,
Oh,
chemistry, science is green,
I had my biology folder was blue.
but
I think
biology is
science is green
life.
for sure.
Science is green.
What
I
about
think
like different?
math is red.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay, thank you. Um,
Oh, I
what other
think
subjects are
yellow was
there?
my like social
English.
studies.
Okay, social studies. Yes. History.
English
Yellow. History is
was.
yellow. English looks blue to me.
Mm,
Point is, though,
yeah.
I've always thought about how things are visually. Like I link colors to words and school subjects, months, days of the week, those things, right?
But the topic overall is
But
how you
our
think and how you process your thoughts, right?
and just the mystery, the true mystery that is our mind.
Well, that's what. What's also I have two things now.
Okay, great.
One will be a deep question, but I'll
Okay.
start off the second.
Okay. You don't got to tell me. You could
I
just ask the
forget. I
question.
forget. I guess it's not that deep. If again, I don't even remember if I mentioned this on the pod, but maybe I was talking to Logan. But the brain itself, I think it's just crazy that it is the one thing that is studying itself. You know,
Ah, uh huh.
like we think of the brain as like oh, this is the brain, but
It's
like
the
the brain,
machine.
we are the brain. I was literally saying this is the brain, but
Yes. Yes.
our brain is
Processing the brain.
braining.
And the brain be
But
braining.
we
But our brain
process.
and mind is different.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. The
And
brain and mind are different.
yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
How so?
I think that the brain is like the operating system and the mind is like the app.
It's all one entity though.
It is, but is
Kind
it?
of like how people think that the mind and the body are separate, but really, let's say you have a healthy mind and kind of
They are
bleeds in.
intertwined,
Yeah.
but they're not the same.
I mean, I kind of see what you mean by that with the
It's kind of
brain and the
like the
mind.
soul and the
That's what I was
body. It's
thinking. When
like
you said
your
mind,
mind
I
is
think soul.
filling your brain, your soul is filling your body. Like I feel
The
that the
brain is the
mind,
machine. It's kind of like, yeah, like your body is the machine, and then your consciousness or whatever,
yes, is
your inner
populating.
is a soul. Just like their
Yeah,
mind is a soul for the brain.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so we can agree on that.
Yeah, but what I want to, if we're just going to talk about like how we process thoughts and what we think,
Mm-hmm.
I believe that everyone wakes up, right? And like, what is your first thought? Like, what gets you out of bed?
Ugh, I have to get Sienna.
That's it? Like, right when you wake up.
Okay, let me imagine it. Hmm.
Beep, beep, beep.
I don't want to get Sienna. I want to stay in bed. I want to keep
Did
sleeping.
Logan just fart?
Ugh. Or is that his breath? His bad morning breath. He's gonna
Really?
love this. Yeah.
Isn't that
What's the
interesting too,
first thing
though?
you think of?
Do you
Why are
think
you
you've ever had
asking?
bad morning breath?
I'm sure I have. I'm sure.
The first thing I
You don't
think
know. You
of,
don't have a partner telling you that you're rustings.
I think every day it changes, right? But maybe I was trying to, no, I was saying every day it changes of what I think of in the morning.
Mm.
Like today, for instance, I had an alarm set for 7. And
Mm-hmm.
again, I kind of like was like, I woke up and my eyes were so closed. And I was like, I'm kind of getting too good of sleep. You know, where you question that? Like,
Oh, like
something's not up.
something's
I've
not
slept
adding
too long,
up.
maybe.
Yeah, like it's 9.
And it was true. Yeah. I think because I have that lamp, not lamp, I guess, that alarm clock that has like a sunrise effect.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like you're waking up to natural light or sunrise for your circadian rhythm.
Mhm.
Anyway, though, I think that light bleeds in because I don't sleep anymore with my phone next to my bed. I
Mhm.
have it across the room, but it's right next to that lamp. So I don't know if that light, when the alarm goes off on your phone screen, it kind of like is a snooze. Because that's what happened again.
Oh, okay,
There
and
was
you've been
no
having
sound
snooze
coming out, but like the
issues.
alarm. So yeah. Anyway, I woke up at 8.
Okay.
My alarm was 7:15. So I was like, okay, not too bad. But I was just getting into this because that was my first thought this morning.
Was
I was like, you never think like you're getting too good to
Yes,
sleep? Like, I
yes,
need to be up.
yes, yes. Not every morning, but yeah.
Yeah.
You're like,
But
just because your alarm's not been working
do
lately.
you think you mostly have positive or negative thoughts?
I think that overall, it's actually hard to think about what my thoughts are in the morning because it just feels so like fuzzy. And I feel like I'm not even thinking that much. I'm just like doing. Like I just like get out of bed. I like,
Mm,
you know what I mean? I just
muscle
start.
memory?
Yeah, it's kind of on autopilot at that point. But the most interesting thing I think about our minds and just how we all think differently is some people do not have an internal monologue. Some people, and it's actually this doesn't make
To
sense. And I don't even think this is
my
true. This is
calculations.
literally a stat that was reputable, and I don't even know what the source is, but it said 50 to 70% of the population does not have an internal monologue, does not have a voice in their head.
Is your voice in your head your own voice though?
Yes.
Yeah.
And it won't shut the fuck up. I have a constant, except apparently in the first thing in the morning, a constant voice narrating everything, whether it's like singing a song, narrating what's happening, like talking to myself, like constant feed of information coming from my mind that does not stop for anything.
Huh.
If I'm not picturing, I mean, that's the other thing. I could also be like daydreaming, but like there's still words. You know? Like there's still things being said.
Yeah. Like
And it's
you're like you're narrating your daydream?
yeah, kinda. How do you think in words or pictures?
Uh I think yeah, I agree with you simultaneously.
Mhm.
Like when I think of a word, I guess it's attached to a picture, right? So like I'm good on a
God, 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 God.
again, that's another thing too. I think I am thinking so much and then my speech can't follow.
Mhm. They're
Is
thinking quicker than you can talk.
majority of the time.
Yeah.
And that doesn't help because I've always been a lazy mumbler. Like
Uh-huh.
my speech is
Blah,
just
blah,
like,
blah, blah.
yeah, I don't know why. I don't know where that like started.
It's like you don't move your mouth a lot when you talk. You're like doing the
But that
most
has to be
minimal
influenced by
movement.
something, right?
I don't know. That'd be like you saying, "Yeah,
Like
I don't
what?
know."
Growing up and like learning slang and then like just learning how to say words like less
Oh my
of.
gosh,
Like,
maybe.
what are you talking about? I say like, what are you talking about? Like,
What are you talking
but
about?
you know what I'm
What are you
saying.
talking about?
What are you talking about? That's
Yeah.
how I say it.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people say that, but it's just weird
That's a good
that
example though. I mean, yeah,
my grammar is shit,
it's
low
okay.
key.
So the voice in your head is their grammar shit?
Ooh.
Low key.
No, no, I'm
Are
joking.
they like
Uh,
smarter than you? Like what how would you compare it? The voice in your head
maybe the
to
voice in my head is shit. Maybe just more. It's like when I journal, right? But when I write and I journal, I think you have more. It's a slower pace.
I hate writing.
I hate I guess the physical aspect of it, but I think it is better, and I retain,
Mhm.
or it feels like when I type, right? If I'm studying and I'm typing something out, I can't retain that. Like that just goes in,
Okay.
whoop,
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah. But when you're in the car driving, are you daydreaming and seeing like scenes happen, imagery, or are you
That's what I
talking
was
to
gonna say.
yourself?
Maybe yeah,
A little bit
both.
of both.
So if I am daydreaming about van life, right,
Mhm.
which is very every day. Like I'll
Mhm.
picture the van, but like I'm thinking of like while I'm picturing the van, it's like, oh wait, what do I need? Like what job do I have? Or like
Mhm.
where am I? Where am I gonna go?
Mhm.
But like I'm like seeing myself like
Okay.
or like getting my snowboard out. But like while I'm picturing that, I'm like constantly questioning like what
Like
am I able?
overthinking.
Yeah, or like, is that something like that's actually gonna happen? Like, am I seeing that?
Ah, okay. Interesting. I just think it's interesting that we all think so differently and we all have such different like education levels, backgrounds, and our minds quite literally see the world differently. That it's shocking we
Every
can
single
actually
person's reality
come
is their own.
together on anything. It's crazy
Yeah,
that we can actually work together as a species if our minds don't see the same things. Like
yeah,
some
that's
people
true.
perceive colors differently.
Yeah,
Like, what if the colors I'm seeing are not the
perception.
colors you're
Yeah, I think I
seeing?
just saw back in my TikTok days. I
Mm-hmm.
saw one
Last
that
week.
showed a sentence,
Mm-hmm.
or you've seen that. Remember that thing we used to laugh about? Actually, it reminds me. We were in my room and it was like, dun, 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 dun,
Okay.
like a pirates. Like, what do you hear?
Mm-hmm.
That
Oh,
British like chant.
yes.
And then like this scientist was showing it. It was like an auditorium, like a lecture, and he was playing that over and over again, but he kept showing different sentences,
Uh-huh.
and everyone right is perceiving it
The one
differently.
you
So that was
read
a
is the
perfect
one you hear,
example.
right? Like the one he's
Or
showing is what
yeah,
you can
like
hear
what
out of
or
it.
what did you hear? And it'll give you two options, and people like heard something else even if they
Mm.
read it right.
Mm.
So it's just like a proof of like everyone has their own perception, their
Mm-hmm.
own individual perception.
So it's like, what is reality?
Everyone's living in their own reality.
Mm-hmm.
So it is weird how we can still, I mean, communicate, like live amongst each other, but
Yeah, like vote
or
on
that we
things.
have to. Like humans can't
Literally.
exist without each other,
I
which is
know.
such an odd concept.
The collective.
Yeah.
But so I was kind of looking into just how other people thought. So if people don't have an internal monologue, like what do they see? This one person said, in terms of reading, she said, in my head, every sentence has a shape. So you can see the shape of a sentence. Keywords pop out, and I file those away in a concept map. And so, the end of reading something, I have this map of the main topics that I read about. It's not the images, it's just the words. So she's just seeing the words in like
Oh.
almost like a concept map,
Oh, but not picturing
but not
what
picturing
you're
what they're
reading.
saying.
What's the point of reading?
I would give up.
Boring.
Boring. My imagination is pretty vivid, I would say. Like, can you think in detail about
When
things? There's
yeah.
actually a test to be able to do that. It's this Apple test that I've heard about. It's also kind of to test like how well you one can like get into meditation. But if you close your eyes, picture a bright red apple.
Mhm.
Picture it.
Yeah.
Okay. Did you picture okay, oh, you can open your eyes. I'm sure that I'm supposed to go into more detail about what this apple looks like, but just you pictured an apple. Did you picture it like a two-dimensional drawing of an apple? Did you picture it like
No, it was like it was a 3D, but like on a desk
I
with
was
the
just gonna
chalkboard
ask.
behind it. Like
So classic. School
yeah.
apple. Okay. Could you pick out any details about it? Does it have like different coloration? Did you see any
I mean, it was probably just like yeah,
shininess,
the
texture?
shininess of
Mhm.
like where the light was reflecting off of it, but
Mhm.
that was about it. Just yeah, the green chalkboard,
Mhm.
the silver like
So detailed.
slate. Yeah, not
Almost like a
maybe not.
picture.
Yeah, but it was like
Mm.
everything that was in the picture, not the apple itself.
Oh, interesting. I said picture an apple. You're like chalkboard,
Well,
silver
I just
desk.
pictured an
Check.
apple, but like in the setting it would be in.
Yes. Interesting. So when I pictured it,
That or like in a basket,
I pictured like just a floating apple and it's just floating and it's almost like turning and I can see like a 3D just floating apple like in my mind's eye. But I think it's just really interesting that everybody does different like things differently. Some people literally just think about the word apple and are like, I can't see it. You know what I mean?
which is interesting though, because like if I told you not to think of something, like don't think of a pink elephant. You're thinking of a
That the first thing that popped in my mouth was an
pink
animated
elephant,
it's actually a 2D pink elephant
2D Dumbo, pink.
because that's maybe the only context that I have for an elephant being pink.
But that's only based on like your perceptions and things you've
Yes,
just
my life
experienced. Exactly.
experience, the things I've already seen, taken in, learned, plus the way my mind works, plus my upbringing and the way I was born and the where I was born.
Yeah.
All of these things play into your perception and we're all in just our own little
We're
prisons,
also
aren't we?
similar, but yet the complete opposite.
I mean,
So different.
But
And
that is what makes the world go round. Imagine if we all thought the same, like how
yeah, yeah, yeah.
robotic and boring and whatever life would be.
That falls into just everyone has their own purpose.
But it's interesting because I started thinking about this actually in like 2000, maybe it was 2020, 2019.
Thinking about thinking.
Thinking about things. And there was a photographer who was posting like, so you're all just like hearing a voice in your head, like talking all the time, like you can think like that, like when you ever like get a break from the talking in your head? And I'm like, never. But he's a photographer and he only sees an imagery,
Mm.
and he has like a very vivid imagery imagination mind, but cannot hear words in his head. And I'm like, must be nice, must be so nice to get a break from
Maybe,
yourself. But
but
also
then you're just
the
constantly
fact
having
of
images.
the voice in your head isn't even you.
Yeah.
That's not even
You are not your thoughts.
your thoughts.
You aren't your
It
thoughts.
is like this, like, what do you think it is? Is it like your human vessel perceiving things, and like the spirit that encompasses your body or fills your body is like a separate entity than the mind, which is maybe it is tied to your physical body.
Well, maybe because you
Limited
portray
understanding.
or you try and communicate or translate your thoughts, right?
Mhm.
So if me talking right now out loud, is that not part of my soulful being? You know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh. To an extent,
Maybe your thoughts are like, yeah, what you're perceiving in your brain combined with
your
your
spirit or
spirit,
soul
yeah,
or
higher
whatever,
self
your higher self. I kind of
combating.
feel when I picture it like higher self is kind of floating above me, right? Like looking
Yeah.
down, like, you know
But
what I
like
mean?
what?
And my
You know
mind
in
is just
Star
in
Wars where there's like a
circles.
Jedi ghost? Like is it
Hmm.
like that? Like you're iridescent or like
Sure.
or
Sure. Why
not
not?
iridescent, but
Transparent,
yeah. What iridescent's like that
like a
colorful thing.
hologram.
Yeah.
Not like a hologram,
No, you like
but
an
maybe.
iridescent rock. It's like when
Yeah.
you the
Yeah.
color, there's like
It's like
multiple
purple,
colors and
blue,
as light
green.
hits it.
Uh
Yeah.
huh. Like rainbow. I feel like it got really dark in here. Interesting. Interesting. Interesting.
That's how you see yourself though, like a holographic?
No, I mean, I just see my higher self or like
Yeah.
my,
Like is it you in your physical form now or is it like a ball with a
no,
voice?
it's like, yeah, maybe hologram is a good one. Like they exist everywhere all at once kind of thing, and they can kind of like hologram themselves right everywhere. So like maybe one hologram is here like observing this situation, trying to send little like hints and, intuition things. And then my mind is the thing clouding my intuition.
Huh.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's like the cloud keeping a veil in between my higher self and I.
That's why you need that's probably the biggest
That's
superpower is controlling your mind.
why I need to meditate. And that is like, I know I need, it's like, you know what you need to do. Everyone knows what they need to do. They're just trying to convince themselves that
Their
there's
ego.
an easier way or like a better, or they don't need to.
Their
Yeah, it's like the
ego.
ego thing, probably. It's like me drinking water. It's just like,
It's your
I
ego
don't need that.
battling, yeah, your intuition, which is so weird, but it's kind of like I guess the yin and yang, human nature.
Yeah,
You don't know what's good without what's knowing what's bad.
I guess that's true. But it's like, I know water is good and I know I need to drink it.
Yeah, but I'm saying like you can never ever experience the feeling of joy if you haven't gone through
No, I
misery.
know.
You know,
Yeah. I mean, maybe
yeah,
you won't know how good joy could be without knowing how bad the opposite is.
yeah, exactly.
But I think that you can experience like happiness without ever having experienced sadness.
You wouldn't know what happiness is without sadness.
I don't think so.
It wouldn't if
I know
sadness
what you
never
mean. I know what you
existed.
mean, but like
Yeah,
one could be happy if they've never been sad. I think they just wouldn't recognize it as happiness.
well they wouldn't recognize it then as like a level of like good or bad.
So are you saying that you can't be sad without being happy?
No, you can't. I don't think you
Or
can
is it just the
experience.
opposite?
Let's say you can you have to have both to have both. I mean, I don't know how else.
Do you think that I mean, this doesn't need to be like so serious, but do you think that I don't know, Kaden. I don't
I
know
know
anything.
the brain is hurting.
Sometimes when you leave like a high intensity religion and you just are left with like believe whatever you want, it's like I literally don't know. I don't know.
Oh,
The
I
world is a
see what you're
mystery.
saying.
I just don't know anymore.
That could have been like maybe like a con
Of what? Leaving
of
the
leaving a
church?
structure is that like your brain is
You're
just
free.
full blown like
Full
wide
blown full blown brain.
brain. Remember that little
Brain gotta
dicky?
poop.
Yeah. Brain go take shit. But that is a good point that like leaving us even though we have structure, right? But I think it is kind of once you are doubting yourself or like times you feel like I guess not alone but confused,
Uh-huh.
it doesn't help
No.
to just be so open-minded.
Yeah. Yeah.
That
Sometimes
that's like a blessing and a
I
curse,
wish I like only believed in God and that he could like
right? Because
fix
then
all the
everything has an
things. I would
answer.
just put everything
Everything
into
has an
that
answer.
bucket.
Oh,
And in mentally you could just file it away like it's in God's hands. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like the
I've
mental
sinned,
load
yet
that
I
that would
can
take
get
off.
forgiveness, and like it's boom,
Yes.
done,
Like,
clear. I'm
oh,
in
I
the
don't have to be
goods.
guilty anymore because I repented. Like,
Yeah,
done.
Jesus said it's okay.
God is
But
good. That's what's
yeah,
tough. It's like you have to not only use your own moral compass, but you have to figure out for yourself what you believe in and navigate your thoughts and your mind and the world. And honestly, I think the mind is just like kind of like a little funny human in your head that's trying to make sense of the world that you're experiencing. And I also kind of think that it's hard to know what the motive is of the voice in your head. Because sometimes, obviously, it's very negative, like negative self talk or like, you
uh-huh.
fucking idiot. Like, oh my God, you would do that shit. Like, da da da. But then other times, it's like protecting you from things. Ugh,
Yeah,
gosh, it's so complicated.
I don't know it really is.
It's like my mind is hurting even thinking about like what is mind. I'm like, it's
But
honestly, I don't even want to talk
what
about
a
it anymore because it's
privilege
so
to
like
like
complicated.
be a human to be able like trying to simultaneously figure out why we're being human.
And it's funny. Oh my gosh, I really
Like
wish I could remember
Inception,
this
right?
quote I
Inception
just
on
heard. It was
Inception.
so good. Okay, go ahead.
No, it's just like
Oh.
the inception of being in reality, but trying to figure out the why or are
Mhm.
we.
And this is actually relevant to that show Lessons in Chemistry because the whole thing that this chemist guy Calvin was trying to do was basically figure out the start of life. How did life start? So he's trying to figure that out with chemistry and
Mm.
then he's got a pen pal who's a priest who's like obviously like creation, you know what I mean? But it's like science versus religion, right? They're having this debate. And
Is this a like a fiction show or is it
uh-huh.
okay?
Uh-huh. I thought it was real for the first few episodes and was so into it, but I still love it. I really wish I could remember the kind of conclusion that they came up with because it was like I think maybe it was the science guy that said like science is the why and the how and then the priest said that science is the why, like religion is the how. And then at the end,
Hmm.
they concluded that, like, maybe, God, I wish I could remember. I'm like gonna ruin it. Maybe like love is the why and the how, you know,
Which is an interesting
which
take because
is
that is the one
true.
thing that will never be defined.
Answered. It's
It's an energy, you know,
like also
which is so fucking
some
cool,
people
I
are
think.
spending their whole lives trying to figure out why are we here and how are we here instead of focusing on what can I do while I'm here?
Exactly.
What do I want to accomplish in this limited time that I
Which
have?
is
Who cares why we're all here? I know that we all want deep meaning, deep purpose, to feel like we have a place in the world, to feel like we're actually doing something
well, the one thing we do
important.
now is that we are here.
All we know is that we are literally here and we are who we are. We can't change like the person that we are. And we may only be this person in this experience with this mind in this reality one time. So it's just not that serious.
Yeah, I mean, literally, an asteroid can hit us
I know. Don't look up.
tomorrow.
Yeah.
Or just flying.
I really want to figure out what that quote was. People need to go watch lessons in chemistry. At the end, there was this great quote from the book Great Expectations, and it literally summarized that whole debate. And I'm not going to be able to find it, but
I wish I could come up with shit like that, like just
just beautiful, like meaningful.
sophisticated,
Yeah.
purposeful
Like,
quote
uh-huh.
or like a phrase that just resonates with
Resonates.
everyone. Like,
Yeah.
how can you deny that?
Yes.
That's another thing too. Is like, where do ideas come from? You know,
Right.
I
And
think we mentioned this
also
before.
the thought of what if every idea already exists and it's up to our vessel to get into a like mental flow state to be able to access this source of creation, creativity, ideas, and then you are a magnet to ideas based on what you are drawing to you.
You
Ideas
produce,
find okay, so
you produce like
everything
your own opportunities,
right. And think about ideas like shooting around like it's like if you are
stars.
going to put an idea wants to be put into action. It wants the energy to be moved, right? So it's like it's going to find whoever is going to put that idea from a thought into a physical reality. So
Does that
whoever,
fall under like everything happens for a reason then?
I mean, if you'd like to, but it's like if you have an idea and if you don't do anything with it, someone else is going to get the idea and do something with it.
Whoa. Again,
It's
just
just the important thing is to not just sit back and like hope all these things come to you, like manifest, whatever. Like you have to put action to your thoughts to create the life you want.
take control of your mind. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do good.
That's so hard though to take control of your mind when for me it's just a constant loop, like nonstop narration,
Honestly, though, like,
positive and negative.
yeah, breath work. Yeah.
Totally. Cold
I mean,
plunge.
it's something so simple.
Actually,
Well,
I
breath
love
work
a little
is the same.
face in the
Is
ice water.
breath work as in, yeah, like being present,
Uh-huh.
meditating, just
Meditating.
sitting still,
Yeah.
focusing on your breath, and that's it.
Mhm.
And we say that, but I don't think we put it into action. Like, we don't know the benefits of daily consistent breath work because we never do it for a
Right.
long period of time.
I know. And just imagine how much closer to like yourself you would feel.
I mean, yeah, I fall back on
Shed a
like I
lot of
just
that
had like
mind
just the other week
voice.
I had a kick, right? Where like I was going to the Bethany Home Park
Mhm.
and grounding
Mm,
and sitting there. Like wake up early and I would go there. It was only like a
nice.
3 day streak,
It's
but
okay.
I know uh it reminds me like falls back on the Rona years when
Yeah, we used to go do
I
that.
mean we felt like we would just be like if we felt uneasy, we're like remember,
Let's
like, do
go
you
to
wanna
the park.
meditate? Or, like, do you wanna meditate? Like, it would be evening and we're, like, listening to
Damn.
Tara Branch or something that
What the hell?
Tara first name's Tara. She was, like, a
No clue.
she was on Apple Podcasts, but had a series of meditations that were
Hmm.
guided. And it was, like, really don't you remember? It was, like you can, like, kinda hear her, like, she was really close to the mic, but,
ASMR meditation.
like, hearing yeah, it's
I
so
don't remember that
relaxing.
at all, which
Yeah,
is
it was,
crazy.
like, when the TV or the couch is
Yeah,
facing
yeah, yeah,
there
yeah,
and
yeah.
we had a little candle. It was, like, nighttime. Had, like, a 20-minute
We really used
co-meditation.
that time, that slow down time as an opportunity to like connect with ourselves, connect with the earth, like, and it was a great time. But I wouldn't say that I felt more sure of what I wanted to like do in life
I mean, quite
during
the
that
opposite,
time.
but I it did maybe just because of
But
the
it made me
times,
feel
it
more
felt like I could
relaxed.
I mean, I was slowing down the days,
Uh-huh.
or I guess felt more in control. Maybe that's
Mhm.
because
Maybe
I
that's what it is.
had a remote job when I was at home and
Right.
had a structure,
Mhm.
which I do miss.
You miss that now?
The structure.
Mm.
I don't like having a a not a consistent schedule, literally week to
Yeah,
week.
I know.
Meaning
Different.
Monday or like a morning, evening, maybe an open,
Yeah.
maybe a close, maybe
Because
come
then
in a
you
little
can't build a
earlier in the
routine.
evening.
It's like I can't go
Yeah.
to the gym at the
And
same time
I'm
every
not
day.
trying to like every time I bring up things that are unfortunate to me to be like bitching about it or making excuses because obviously, I mean, I'm
Like
doing
what?
it, No, like complaining, like
Oh.
constantly, like I'm making
Oh, oh,
excuses, like
oh, oh.
I can't have a routine because I have an
Uh-huh.
inconsistent work schedule.
Uh-huh.
It's like, well,
Uh-huh.
you can really, if you really wanted to, you could,
Uh-huh.
which is totally true.
If he wanted to, he would.
However, I
Yeah,
mean, you can
we ba.
also make your life fit to what you really want. Like, I
Yeah.
actually got back in the courage to be disliked
Mhm.
because that the the easy way to stop drinking book just became super like annoyingly repetitive. Like
Oh.
he's like explaining why it's all bad, but he's yet to get to the point of like how. Like what's the easy way? The easy way. I feel like I'm like 80% through, but I feel like by the time I get to the end of it, he's gonna be like,
There is no easy way.
the
It's
easy way
all
was this whole book,
yeah.
like what you just read or something like that. But the courage to be disliked, one of the things, fuck, what was it? Just like you have complete control to change the person you are like at any time, right?
Yes.
Like the
Yes.
past doesn't exist,
No, all that exists is the present. I don't know
which
if we talked
is
about that recently, but I was listening to another podcast that was speaking about this basically like there is no such thing. Okay, people are like, "Oh, I need to be more present." That's all you ever are is presence isn't a time. It's like all that is.
yeah,
All that is. You can't go back in the past. You can't be in the future. You could think about those things and then you're mentally taking away
the
what
past and future doesn't
is.
exist. Yeah,
Yeah. All that there is in existence is right
is
now.
and right now.
And that's all you are, is what you are right now.
Uh huh. So given that, you can
Given that, it's just like
change completely.
plus, I mean, for me, that helps me just realize, I mean, my thoughts are mostly like concerned with the past or concerned with the future. So it's just made me realize like it does not matter. The more I think about the past or the more I think about the future, I won't think myself closer to being like happier in the present,
Yeah, especially when a majority of it is nothing you can control.
literally.
Like, why worry about something that hasn't happened? Which is what I
Or
struggle with. I think.
I mean, and even if it's just like, oh, I really want this to happen in the future and I'm looking forward, like if that's all you're thinking about, maybe even you with the van, it's like if that's all you think about and it doesn't even exist
It
technically,
ruins your present.
what do you, it's like, what's life?
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah.
No, it made me realize I
But
was
then there's
like,
like that balance of like
oh,
preparation and prediction.
but I think you and I fall in the same bucket of like, we live in that area too long in the thinking too long.
Why? Why? Why
Wow,
do I think like
Jesus.
this?
Yeah. But it's interesting that we're the same in that way. And maybe it is just the need for control, wanting to control
Or
every outcome of your life.
being very particular. I'm the
Mm.
same way. Like I think about that sometimes too. With like if, oh god, future relationship.
Mhm.
How I mean, I guess you really just must love the person, but like I know you like what's the way the things a certain way, right? Like
Mhm.
even this apartment, like the way you want it to look, the decor, the aesthetic.
Yes.
And if it was a way that maybe Logan wanted, you
Mhm.
wouldn't like it would bother you.
If Logan wanted to change things,
Maybe, right?
I think it depends on like
And that's like a
how.
poor example, but I'm just
No, but
saying
I know what
that
you mean. How it for me and Logan, I guess it's like how important is it for me to be this way versus how important is it for him to be this way? And a lot of the times he's like, it's just not that important to me.
that's good.
I know. And I mean, he's particular about some things. I can't think of any at the top of my head, but there are some things that he's like, no, this is
There's
needs
just
to be
certain
this
ways
way.
things need to
And
be
I'm like,
done,
all right.
and it's only just because like that's how you like kind of grew up on it.
Mm-hmm.
Like I was very particular, right, with dishes when I lived here, right?
Uh-huh.
there was just like a thing, like something just had to be put away, or just this had to be
This or
open,
like
or
this needs to be on the top, this needs to be on the bottom.
yeah, and I don't know, maybe that's just maybe something I
Because
could
it's
have,
like that's what you would do if you lived on your own.
yeah,
So it's like you're trying to project the life you want to live.
mm.
And the only things you can really have in your control are again like little things like that.
Do you think that like over this span of your relationship, you've had to give up some things like for the balance?
I think that
Like
there's
have
no
like a pet peeve
relationship
almost, but
without
you got
you have to pick and choose again like obviously nothing that's like deal breakers, but you have to decide everyone's going to annoy you. Like everyone's going to have things that annoy you or do things a certain way that you're just like that is not my jam. But you will literally not go through a whole relationship, a long-term relationship with someone without discovering a couple of those things and it's just like
yeah,
what are you willing to put up with? Like just be okay with it. You know what I mean? Like
be okay.
that is just the nature of a long-term committed relationship is like you've got two different people coming
Just what we
together,
were talking about in the
having a
beginning.
life together that you
Two
have
different
to
realities
living two different realities, two different upbringings, two different
coexisting.
like
Yeah.
parent dynamics. Like we have such different Logan and I have very different backgrounds, like very, very, very different.
Yes.
But no one no one's going to
Back to the also
be
the
perfect, have no pet peeves, have no annoying things, like,
the power, the
just have to move
energy,
on.
and the no explanation for love.
Yes.
That's what I was talking
What do
about
you
though.
mean? Like
Well, that's what you're talking about, that brain chemistry, right?
yeah.
How love is the why and
Ah,
how.
yes, yes. It's
And
like
that just
maybe we're meant to just
describes,
love and be loved and,
yeah.
like, move through the world, like, with that foundation, and, obviously, I think that we are meant to have hardships and experience the full spectrum of the life experience, and that is a theory, right? That this is just the universe in a human form experiencing, like, the universe. Like, it's like the universe in a well,
Oh, the universe
experiencing
experiencing
itself.
itself,
In
but
human
through,
form.
yeah.
Yeah, through this vessel. So we're all just like
Aha.
pieces of the universe in human form, living, coexisting as a collective. Like we are the universe.
Yeah, I like that.
I also saw this TikTok of the universe like being zoomed out more and more and more and more
Yeah.
and more and more and more you zoom out, the more it looks like a DNA strand. And
Huh.
fractals and things like that, like you just keep zooming in and it's like
Yeah.
that's kind of what it reminds me of.
Never ending.
Yeah. That's what it reminds me of. Like,
Yeah,
what if
the
humans
more
are like fractals of the universe?
huh? Isn't
Uh,
there something
uh,
with fractals and like Interstellar?
yeah, probably. It's a long movie. I need to see that again. It's so
But
good.
there's also maybe some things as far as, yeah, the more deeper you go, just the more that humans might not even have the capability of comprehending.
Also, I don't think that the idea of all of us being here was for us all to discover why we're here. Like, I think that you go on this journey and then at the end of your life, you like reflect. I don't know that at the end of your life, you're like, that's why I was put on this earth.
No way.
If anything, people at the end of their life
Life
are like,
is to
this was my
live.
regret, was being too shy, was not going for the thing, was not doing the thing, was retire. You know what I mean? It's like, was not pursuing this career, was not dating this person. It was the things that you did not do or the things you think about at the end of your life, not like, yeah, that was my life
I lived a
purpose
good
and I
life.
achieved it. And yeah, I think that we're just here to experience. We're not here to know.
That's what
And
kind
that's
of
why the mind is like trying to know. It's like, I want to know, I want to know, I want to know. And it's going in circles trying to figure out, make sense of everything, know what the future will hold to like prepare you and, you know what I mean? Protect you in that way. And
just kind of a shame though why we have these structures in society that kind of deter us from the true purpose of just
being
living.
experiencing.
So yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's the societal structure and the schedule and the like, what is it? The hamster wheel that we're all running on to.
Gotta
We
get through
talk.
this.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I was actually going to talk to you about Daniel Bedingfield recently.
I almost played that one song that we would
I gotta
belt.
get through this.
No, the
I gotta get through this. God,
I have a
God,
funny memory with that song.
gotta help me get
I would
through
like simp
this.
to it after I saw the second Harry
When
Potter.
love is pouring like the rain, I close my eyes
Just the
for
same.
again.
Say
Get the chance to
I
stand and say I love you.
the
And
one
that's
that
already
if you're
mine.
not the one.
Then why does my soul
The
feel
notes he hits and
glad
that shit.
today?
Today.
Oh my gosh, Daniel Bedingfield, when I, what, 12, 13.
I don't wait. Oh, fuck.
I don't wanna run away,
Yeah,
but I can't take it. I don't understand.
that's a real good simp
If
song.
I'm not made for you, then
Why does my heart tell me that I am?
is
Is
there
there
any
any
way
way?
that I could stay in your
that-
arms? It's not that fucking high.
Yeah,
Oh,
he
maybe
goes
it
high
is.
in your arms. You can barely
Yeah.
hear him say arms. He's like
Okay.
maybe slowed reverb
Yeah.
version of that
Right.
song.
Oh, you love your slow
Yes, I literally even
reverb.
have a playlist. Like I just made one of Amazing Grace, so that one I was playing the other day. It just puts me in a different mood. Like it's like a sit there and think.
Okay.
Like I have a playlist called like Still
Because you're not sitting
because
and
like
thinking enough.
the music just like maybe not ponder, but
Maybe we should come out with an
it's like
overthinking playlist
a
for people.
mindful, not a mind fuck.
Mindfuck.
It's I can't find the word.
Okay, what are you trying to say? One,
So
two,
the
three.
ornament, the the music and the I guess like the frequencies, it makes me like slow down. Like yeah, as the playlist I call it, like you just sit still and it's not like you're
Okay.
overthinking. It's just kind of like when you're like staring out into an
Mm-hmm.
abyss, like when you're just
Mm-hmm.
stuck in like a thought.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's the thing. You know, like when you're staring at something, it's not like you're
Methodical?
like when Sienna is doing it now, right? It's like she'll get in a daze.
Yeah.
You're just like not actually thinking of anything
Yeah,
specific
yeah, yeah. You're
or
almost
like
like in a
bouncing around.
which almost is to me like flow state.
Yeah,
Like when sometimes I get into flow state when I am editing photos and I'm like really just so focused
in
on
the zone.
in the zone, color grading, whatever. Logan gets in the zone when he's producing music. Like I'm sure you get in the zone when you're maybe like working with your hands or you know what I
Working
mean?
out.
Like working out.
Yeah.
Exactly, exactly. I think like those are meditative in themselves.
Those type of songs that I like to make, it kind of is like
Assists.
a meditation in my mind.
Uh-huh. Mind
It's like a
meditation.
mind massage.
Oh, maybe we'll share it
Oh god,
if
I'll have
it's good
to add
enough.
on to it.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like any song that you think. I think I just saw one the other day. Oh yeah, you won't know it though,
When love is pouring like the rain,
but I
I
think
close my eyes.
yeah, that Daniel Bedingfield one, the if you're not the one,
Yeah. Girlfriend,
those are the
you make
top
my
3.
head start spinning
Where the fuck
around.
did he go?
His sister got more famous and he
What?
left Natasha Bedingfield.
Oh my
The
god,
best
that's
is
just
still
I did not put 2 and 2
unwritten.
together.
Yeah.
Oh my
That song came out
god.
and he's like, are you kidding me? You write one song and it, no,
Oh,
she did
I got
not.
a pocket,
It's
got a
not,
pocket full of sunshine. He's
get
like,
a little
"Fuck
bit of
you,
no,
you just
but
ruined my
sunshine.
career." I did not know they were siblings.
Oh,
That's
what?
nuts.
I could totally be wrong too. I think it's true though. Should I look
You
it
got
up?
the pad, yo.
I'm gonna look it up. And then we
While you
gotta.
do that, I'll look up one quote
Oh,
and then I mean, did you have anything else to
they
add? I think
are related. They are siblings.
you were right.
I was right. They're British. What? I'm sorry. What were we looking up?
I was just like looking up a quote about life.
Okay. To end it on.
Maybe.
Chemistry is change. Courage is the root of change, and change is what we're chemically designed to do. That's from Lessons in Chemistry.
Ooh, maybe this is a good one. Kind of what leads on to the topic of you brought up prior, but We are part of this universe. We are in this universe, but perhaps more important than both of those facts is that the universe is in us.
Mm-hmm. It's all there is. We are,
We are the
we just are,
people.
you know?
Yeah.
We are the present moment.
Let us know what you think.
We are all representations of a snapshot in time, a linear universe, which does not exist in space, right? Because time is not linear in space, it's only linear to us on Earth. So you can only
Well,
experience
time in itself too
universe,
is
you can only experience change and evolution on Earth because time doesn't exist anywhere else, right? So this is the only place
even,
for the like universe to observe itself evolving. Perhaps.
huh,
Because if
a theory to take into consideration.
uh-huh.
Another thing too, everything's just based on theory. There's no
Also, it's like sometimes when I think about all this at the end of the day, I'm like, who cares? Who cares?
Yeah,
Let's just all go back to
because the
living our life,
more, yeah,
everybody.
the more it's like it
You'll
can be
never know.
exciting and like nice to sit back and think, but then again, it's like it hurts,
It hurts.
and then it kind of like makes you feel uncertain more so, and you're like,
Yes.
you know what?
Like, I'm more
Let me just
confused.
let me just follow my intuition, baby.
Let me just go back into autopilot.
Let me go back into this social construct, the rat race.
Yeah. Let me just hop back in for a sec.
JK. We're gonna
We've always
we're in the
lived
present,
life
but
on our own path. And I love that about our lives, right? Like we've never like followed a traditional path. And we don't
yeah,
need to,
you're right.
and we just need to keep doing what we're doing. You know?
Follow your heart, find love,
Follow.
and find yourself within.
Ooh, gorgeous. And on that note,
Follow us.
follow us on the Soch.
Maybe comment on YouTube of what you
Maybe,
think the universe is
yeah,
to you,
or on the Instagram,
listener.
or if you want to shout out on the next episode, you can sponsor our coffee. That money goes directly into local small business
Yeah, directly.
because we will never get a coffee from Starbucks or Dutch
No,
Bros or any of those. So
no. Local.
support local.
Happy episode 10.
Happy episode
Thanks
10.
again,
Happy
Katie.
December.
Happy December.
Happy
Last month, what is
holidays.
that? Gonna be like 3 episodes until the brand new year?
Oh my gosh. Exciting.
Yeah. But
And on that note, it's going to be okay.
be okay.
Bye.
Bye.